Land and Soil, Chapter 10, Part 1. Soil. Soil is developed through rock weathering and accumulation of organic matter. There are different types of soils and components in soil. The two types of soils fit into either sand and gravel categories or silt and clay category. Sand and gravel are mineral particles from bedrock. These are more porous and allow for water to drip through them because they have less density. Silts and clays are small mineral particles that are sticky and hold water. Particularly clay is sticky and holds down a substance, creating it impermeable and creating a higher density. Soils that have heavy clay amounts are considered heavy soils. Also in soil is dead organic matter. These are decaying plant matter with nutrients. Soil, fauna, and flora. These are the living organisms such as bacteria, fungi, worms, and insects. These all reside in the top layer of the soil. You'll also find water and air pockets within soil. Soil fauna. This is the living accumulation of organisms in soil, usually the insects, bacteria, and fungus. The fauna decomposes and recycles the leaf litter, making nutrients available to the plants. There are many symbiotic relationships within soil with fungal relationships. You'll find most of these living organisms in the A horizon or the O horizon, which is the layer above A. We'll talk about the layers of the soil later. The subsoil, the B horizon, will contain more clay and degreasing organic activity. Here are the layers of the soil. The first layer of soil is called the O horizon. They're all labeled horizons because they run horizontally across the soil. O stands for organic, and this is the surface litter and organic materials. The A horizon is called the topsoil. This is where organic matter and minerals lie. The E horizon is also referred to as the zone of leaching. This is where dissolved and suspended materials move downward through to the B horizon, which is the subsoil. The E horizon is basically a mixture of A and B, with all of the materials moving downward towards B. B is where we accumulate our iron, aluminum, and clay. The next layer is the C layer. This is the partially broken down rocks and inorganic materials. The final layer, known as the R horizon or the bedrock, is our solid rock layer. Land use. About 12.5% of Earth's surface is used for agriculture. This land is called arable land. Sometimes the overuse of this land leads to degradation. The types of degradation usually come in the form of erosion or desertification. We have three different types of erosion that can happen to our soil. Sheet erosion is when thin layers are taken off of the land surface, so an entire area will be swept free of the soil that it has. Usually this is if a large mass of water comes through or wind. Rill erosion is when soil is moved and molded into small channels by running water. So if we see small streams, we can see rill erosion taking place. Gully erosion is when soil is molded and moved into larger channels or ravines by running water. This is the type of erosion we see when rivers break through. Desertification is the opposite of erosion land degradation. Desertification is the conversion of land into a desert because of the lack of water and the lack of plant materials that keep water in the soil.